Yep. Hello again. Okay. Yeah, another video. This is another video. Bad Date Chronicle number two. I repeat, Bad Date Chronicle number two, or also known as Jane, because that's the lady in question. It's me, Genghis Small again. Speaking of my famous Bad Date Chronicles, and like I said, this woman. This name is Jane, and this is another little story. Hopefully, it won't take as long as the other one, but now, this is kind of a different situation. See, the funny thing is, this Jane who I met online, we never even had a physical date. What I mean by that was we actually never physically met each other. But again, once again, as so many other women in the fucking dating scene, she's an asshole. What she did to me is an asshole. And let me get to that. Okay, let me start from the beginning. So, anyways, again, I think I met Jane through a website called SinglesNet, and once again, I think it's an instant message thing. Yes, yes, yes. That's how I met Jane. She just out of nowhere. I think she I mailed me, instant messaged me, and then I instant messaged her back. And by the way, you have to understand by this time, like as of my other date, Diane, I mentioned that. But by this time, I was ready, pretty much, sick of the dating scene. I was just tired of the bullshit, and um, I was just sick and tired of the goddamn blasphemy of it. And I just so you can understand why I was cautious. I was apprehensive, and I was just like, and I was like, okay, I'm not sure if I want to do this, whatever. But it just happened that Jane, I mailed me on the computer, so I mailed her back, and so this begun I guess you could say as a instant message communication. There will be times I'd be on the computer just doing whatever, playing a game, doing computer work and all, and she'll I mail me, and then I mail her back, and once in a while we send each other emails here and there too. But for the most part, believe it or not, that was for the most part the only communication we really ever did through emails and IMs, instant message. There was really never any phone calls. Well, until the end, but I'll get to that. There was really never any phone calls, any texting, just strictly emails and IMs. So this went on for I don't know about 2.5 weeks, and once again, no offense to her, but well, of course, at this point, I don't care. She wasn't exactly Marilyn Monroe. I mean, she wasn't bad, but I mean, she wasn't exactly Marilyn Monroe either. But it's not that. I was willing to give her a chance, see what happened. But you have to understand at the same time, too, I was kind of hesitant because I was just fed up of all these other bullshit dating jokes I had been through. So I guess, how can I say, I wasn't about to rush in with my heart on my sleeve. I wasn't just going to drop everything, rush in with my heart on my sleeve and, whatever. I mean, maybe I wasn't exactly trying, but the thing was, as I mailed back and forth, and my attitude did kind of suck when it come to dating because, well, I would be repeating myself. But anyway, we just I mail each other back and forth for maybe a period of 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks, and just little talk, and she said, when I didn't have many pictures, she said, like, hey, let me see more pictures of you. So I did, and she said they looked fine. But eventually it got to the point too that and you have to understand Jane too, she wrote on her profile too, like, I hate games. I don't like people who play games. I hate games. So after a while, I think she one day she wrote me a email. I said, "Hey butthead, what's up?" And I was like, "What the fuck is that?" I don't know. I mean, she'd always been kind and not too sarcastic, or whatever before that, and so I was like, "What the hell was that? Calling me butthead?" I don't know if she was joking or not. So I got back to her and said, "Hey, what you mean a silly girl for? Ha ha. What's that all about?" So she wrote me an email. She sounded pissed, like, what's the matter with you? I mean, you haven't, I'm on this. She and her subscription to the site was ending, so to speak, because she was frustrated with the game. She said that I'm about to end this, subscription on the website, and you haven't even asked me for my phone number. You haven't asked me for my phone number, and if you don't, you'll be sorry. You'll be sorry you didn't ask me for my phone number because I'm a good catch and blah blah blah. So I figured at this time, you know what? She does sound a little frustrated. I'll ask her for her phone number if it makes her feel good. I don't know if I want to do this, but why not? If it makes her feel good, I'll ask her for her phone number. Maybe we can work something out. So I asked her for her phone number. She got back to me, and this was all going on right before I was going to see my friend Steve, and I had to see my friend Steve for something. So she gave me her phone number. I said, "Well, okay, I'll tell you what. I'll call you back in a half hour, or whatever." And she said, "Well, okay, that was fine." She even said too, "Well, that was fast. Boy, he got back to me fast." And that was like, "Well, yeah, if you feel this way, you feel this way. Let's see what happens." So, anyways, I'm riding on my way to Steve's house, and I call on my cell phone. I just talk to her a little, and everything seems normal, but I don't know, she still seemed to be a little cranky on the phone, whatever. Or maybe not cranky, but just like, I don't know, grouchy, whatever. So I get to my Steve's house, and I talk to him on the phone a little in the car. Then I get to Steve's house, say, "Hey Steve, how you doing? Hey, blah blah blah." And he's a good buddy, and I told Steve what my situation was. Like uh, been this girl Jane, I've been emailing back and forth on the phone for. I just want to call her one more time. Um, at your house, is that okay? Steve said, "Yeah, that's fine." So I called Jane one more time and talked to her on the phone. It was just like small talk, and I did mention that, would you like to do anything like next Sunday or this Sunday, whatever. And she said, once again, she reminded me, I'm going to a baby shower. And I admit, sometimes I forget. The first time I talked to Jane, she admitted to me she was going to a baby shower. So when I call her the second time at my friend Steve's house accidentally, but you have to understand, I'm a little nervous. I said, "Well, you doing anything this weekend?" She said, "No, again, I'm going to the baby shower." So I don't know. Maybe she thought I was forgetful or something, but I did forget. So sue me. Sometimes it happens. But other than that, it seemed to be a normal conversation, whatever. Maybe Steve's voice could be heard in the background. Maybe that freaked her out. I don't know. But the thing is, I was nice enough to get her phone number. I was nice enough to call her back. I even said, "You know what? Yeah, we've been emailing each other back and forth." And all the emails previously have been on friendly terms, friendly, flirty. "Hey, how you doing? Good to talk to you today, blah, blah, blah." Up until the end video where she got email, she got frustrated, like, "Hey, butthead, what's up? You better give me, you didn't have to ask me for my phone number." Boo-hoo-hoo-hoo. So that was when it wasn't friendly. But the emails previously before that were friendly. Anyways, so talked to her on the phone for 5 minutes, and everything seemed normal. I said, "Well, I'll keep in contact, blah, blah, blah." So anyway, I hang out with Steve, just do a couple of things with Steve. Then I come home and I check my emails. I don't know if it's that night or the night after. And I see that she left me an email. And you know what? On the email, it said, and once again, I mind everybody, Jane and I had not even met physically. We just talked to each other back and forth through emails, saw a couple of videos that we posted on the computer. That's it. And just talked on the phone, just I've talked on the phone maybe no longer than the 8 minutes. And the second time I called on the phone, it's like a mere 5 minutes, whatever. So anyways, so I see the email, and her email, wrote that, "You know what? I hate to say this, but I don't think we have anything in common. I don't think we're a match. So, sorry, blah, blah, blah." Once again, that's what she said. I don't think we're a match. I don't think we have anything in common. I don't think it's going to work out, blah, blah, blah. So at this point, I was like, "Oh, come on. Here we go again. You got to be fucking kidding me. You don't know anything about me. I talked to you on the phone for 5 fucking minutes. Jesus Christ. Will you give me a goddamn chance?" So I just wrote back to her. I wrote an email, and I was pissed by, I kind of, well, let me write it friendly. Let me be cool about this, cool and calm. So my email read like, well, you say that we're not having anything common, blah blah blah. Why? Why do you feel that we don't have anything in common? Why do you feel this way? Enlighten me. Explain to me. I'm just curious. So I get an email back to her. What does it say? What does it say again? I just don't think, we're gonna work out. Please respect my wishes. I don't want to talk. Oh, no, that's what she said. No, her exact email said. This is what it said. Instead of being a little curious, her exact email said, "I just don't want to talk about it. I just don't want to talk about it. Please respect my wishes. Bye." Just like that. So, okay, once again, another fucking bitch, another cunt. I'm sorry I have to use that word, but I just, after weeks of wasting my fucking time with these goddamn emails, after saying, oh, hey, I like you, blah blah blah, after all that, and after saying, well, you haven't even asked me for my phone fucking number. You haven't asked me for my phone number. Oh, how dare you? You're gonna be sorry. And after talking to her on the goddamn phone for a mere 5 fucking minutes, yep, she says, well, I don't think this is gonna work out. We don't have anything in common. Oh, why? Why? I just don't want to talk about it. Please respect my fucking wishes. I mean, if this is fucking dating nowadays, Jesus Christ, I'm better off home playing fucking Xbox, okay? Sorry I'm using the JC thing, phase, but really, I mean, seriously, what the fuck? So, that's that. Just want to share this another horror story about the bullshit of dating. Yeah, that's just it. Even through this woman, bothered me to death, all these emails, said like, oh, well, you didn't give me your phone number. Boo-hoo. I mean, after speaking on the phone for 5 fucking minutes, and which is a normal conversation, yep, she doesn't want to be bothered ever again. And she won't even give me the courtesy or whatever. And she almost like she's kind of like has an attitude. Like, have you noticed from the story, it's like she had, as Bill and Joanne True Force Loneliness said, like, it's all one-sided. Women seem to have more rights than men. Women can do this and that and that. But if a man does something, God fucking forbid. It's like she had the right to call me a butthead. She had the right to talk shit, like saying, like, oh, well, you haven't even asked for my phone number. You're gonna be in a lot of trouble, buddy. You're gonna be fucking sorry. She has the right to do that. And yet, and she also has a right to, say, I just don't feel like talking about why. I don't want to talk about it. But do I have the right to know why? Do I have the right to even have a chance? No. Not according to her fucking world. Well, anyways, I have a habit of repeating myself sometimes. That's something I gotta work on. So, just thought I'd share this another dating nightmare with you. Another bad date chronicle number 2. So that is that. That is the end. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. And Genghis Mall has spoken.